Good afternoon. It is Sandra Amalfi here on a Saturday afternoon, sort of sun, beautiful autumn day, and just reflecting on some things that I wanted to share as being a platform for sharing wisdom, teachings, and tools for getting through life. And it all started with the quote, whatever they would, the life's about the destination. No, life's about the journey, not the destination. I've got a thing about quotes. I sometimes get them all wrong. Not quotes, sayings. Yes, I've got a list of them, the ones that I all say back to front. But just want to talk about the tools, the knowledge, the training that I have obtained over the last probably 10 to 15 years in personal development and education is, in a nutshell, getting tools for the journey to get to the destination. Because really, whatever destination, that's just my little Lola puppy there wanting to come in and talk probably too. The destination, it doesn't matter what we're doing in life, whether you're training for a competition, whether you're training to be an athlete, whether you're preparing to, have a baby, or, your profession, career, whatever, your health, whatever that outcome destination is, we all get prepared for it. We read about it. We go to school for it. We train for it. We train for a marathon. We train for, if you're a tennis player, a basketball player, footy, it doesn't matter what we do. Whatever the destination or that vision or that desire that you've had at some point in your life, you get equipped. But when it comes to this thing called life, there's no training. We just get here and we just kind of work it along the way. So it had been my absolute mission and devotion from the age of, can't remember. I think it was 18 when I first decided that there was something not quite right. And I went and saw a therapist, naturopath, counselor, to be curious and to get answers as to why I wasn't feeling a particular way. And I suppose 20 years on, it's being able to understand why, not what we do, it's why we do it. So I've had this insatiable curiosity around it's not what we do, it's why we do it. So this is what's kind of brought me here today and to this platform. And of course, to the horror of my 16-year-old daughter who said, "Mum, you can't do YouTube." But I just feel right at the moment, I want to be of service, of support to those who are traveling through the journey of life and feeling a little bit stuck. Maybe they're going the wrong way. Maybe they need a little bit of help with their GPS. Can't read the mailways, which clearly I've never been able to read a mailways. And thank goodness for GPS Siri, because now I can actually travel. However, if I didn't know how to read the mailways, I would ask. But I find today that we have become this, obsessed with not obsessed, but we have this fear around not wanting to ask for help, because if I ask for help, well, then clearly I haven't got life worked out. I don't believe anyone has got life worked out. Life is forever changing, happening for you every day, in every moment, in the moment of now. I talk about living in the moment of now. I have birthed a group, the Women of Now, talking to being and living, doing, being now, in this moment of now. It's not a concept, it's a state of being. However, we're torn between our analytical brain of thinking and wanting to work everything out, that it can become very confusing, exhausting and tiring, and most of the time we are operating out of a unconscious, subconscious programming and not understanding why we do what we do. So here's the thing. Understanding yourself is the greatest gift of ever, because once you understand yourself, you will understand everyone around you, and all of a sudden life seems simple, and not simple, really life doesn't get that simple, but life, as I said, my favorite quote is life doesn't get easier, you just get better and better. Like everything, when we're in the gym, when we're training, when you're pushing yourself to get results, you keep up leveling to want to be better at whatever you're doing, and you keep getting better. I don't think it necessarily gets easier, you just get better at it. So I use that a lot when I'm talking about going through life. It's not saying that everyone's got it worked out. I haven't got it worked out. It's easy. I'm just getting better because I'm getting better at acknowledging and understanding where my patterns have come from. So I just want to have, on that note, talk about 80-20 rule. I'm going to talk about 80% of what I do, and that's working with the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. So 80% in that subconscious mind being 95% of where we operate from. What does that mean? 95% of that, I love to use the diagram of the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg. We often see that people only see the tip of the iceberg, but at the bottom of it is the stuff that we don't know about. Subconscious mind, our brains, the way that it's designed, is similar to that. So if we say that we operate consciously 5% of the time, subconsciously 95% of the time. Love using metaphors in teachings and learnings, so I often use the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg at the bottom of the iceberg. We're all familiar with that. You may be familiar with that image. I love using that. That underneath the iceberg is where all our patterns are, beliefs, values, everything that we have accumulated since we've been here on earth. So they say, research shows that between the ages of 0 and 7 is when you form all your values and beliefs. And then we go to school, and again, they've added on to, then they get kind of stored into that 95% of our brain. And we have, whether we call them unconscious behaviors, oh, I did that subconsciously. So we're aware of what we're doing, but we're actually not aware of why we're doing it. And this is how I work as an intuitive trainer, intuitive intelligence trainer, is accessing that part of the unconscious, subconscious brain that we can't really access at a conscious level. I often also refer to one of my favorite quotes from Jung, who was the theories on his quote, until you make the, I'm going to say it slow, so because I get tongue-tied with this one, but until you make the subconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. I say that over and over again as a way of understanding that we have unconscious behaviors which we're not aware of why, and that's what we work with, and we aim to bring them to the surface. And if they are blocking, stopping, getting you stuck in life from doing what you want to do, we look at that aspect and we change it. So I'm going to use the example of my recent post I spoke about when my daughter was going for her learners. There's no such thing as failure, there's only feedback. So we all are aware that we carry this conscious, oh no, I don't want to do that because I'm fear of failing. Whether we start a diet, whether we'd want to do it up level to a new job, whether we want to move house, whether we want to go into a relationship, whatever it is that we are desiring for change, we, with our analytical, conscious, reasoning mind, will write a list of all the reasons why we should do it. However, there are 95% of unconscious reasons as to what doesn't allow us to do it. And there are fears that we call our limiting beliefs and fears that we're not aware of. Just starting this YouTube account, I had to move through fears. How many fears? Lots of fears. Consciously, I was like, nah, it's too hard, don't know how to upload a video. But really, what was the bottom of it was, I'll just look like an idiot. Like, I'm not some influencer doing videos on how to make a smoothie. I'm just a mum who is really dedicated her life to self-empowerment, self-improvement, and I have this abundance of knowledge in my head that I want to now share with the world. Well, how am I going to do that? I'm going to do it by YouTube. How lucky are we to have this platform? So what did I have to move through? Well, I had to move through some limiting beliefs around it's not really, I shouldn't do this, fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of failing, fear of not cool, fear of my kids will think I'm, this. I could go on. Once I just looked at them, moved them around, worked with my subconscious programming, look at me, I'm on YouTube, and without the fear of any of those fears. So there's no such thing as failing. So if we couldn't fail and there's only feedback, then why aren't we doing what we want to do? So I just wanted to have that question. If you know what you have to do, then why aren't you doing it? So whatever you're desiring in your life, whether it's changing the job or starting the diet, starting that relationship, whatever it is, wearing those pants that you believe that don't fit you or don't suit you, whatever story you have created and is embedded in your subconscious mind, which is where you are operating 95% out of. My question is, if you know what to do, why aren't you doing it? So I can sit here and talk about all the theories, all the science, which are all there for us. It's been proven, it's been tested. We have an abundance of thousands of books, materials. I have 350 books about how to lose weight and reprogram your mind. If we have all these resources, then why do we have an epidemic of obesity, diabetes? Why? We have all the resources, all the knowledge, all the experts. Why? I have been looking for this answer for 20 years. So, this is why I am doing what I'm doing, because I want to share and I want to bring hope to all of those who don't think there is a way. I want to reassure, I want to give hope, I want to inspire that there is a way. It is the way through the unconscious mind. It's through the way to heal the mind, heal the body, heal your mind, heal your life. Change your thinking, changes your world. There is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your body. It's what you think of it based on your limiting beliefs and values and programming that are embedded in your 95% of your subconscious mind. And I am grateful, so grateful for the teachers and who have helped me, and I honor them for their wisdom, for their patience, for their belief in showing me that there was another way. And that is what I'm here to do, is to bring that hope, to show another way, because there is a way. So I think that's all I'm going to do for Saturday until my next upload, and hopefully I will be able to upload this one, because I am moving through a fear today about doing it on my phone and whether I'm going to be able to upload it. So let's wait and see. Thank you for being here, and have an awesome Saturday.